What's up, guys? It's Azaran here, and CO looks like Gokwan, but we actually didn't know that already. Shoutouts to Bunny for that one. But here we are with more ULC coverage, and we've got X versus Karma, which is actually, this is going to be a fun one, actually. So, we've got here Kroven for X versus Tyre, whatever, God of War, whoever this is. So, it's Poison versus Poison, but Kroven's got a Salazzle. So that's, I guess, what makes it sort of interesting, but it's not like Salazzle really does anything. I mean, actually it does. It poisons everything. So here we go. Let's see how this works out. Sludge Bomb. I really don't want to cover this, honestly. I really don't want to cover Poison versus Poison. Sludge Bomb. Okay, Salazzle. Salazzle starts poisoning shit. Gets pursued. Yep. Burn. Yeah, this... Nope. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Alright, Tyre's lost 1 Mon after 50 turns. Tyre's lost 3 Mons after 75 turns. Kroven's also lost 3 Mons. After at 100 turns, there it's 3-3. Yep, I remember this was 8 for some reason. So yeah, this battle lasted 150 turns, and it actually ended up. Was it a kill? No, it wasn't. This is a Sucker Punch Nidoking. Interesting. And yeah, it was a Sucker Punch Nidoking, and Kroven was able to take the AIDS match in about 131 turns, 2-0. So, fuck that battle. We're going to move on to the next one. X is up 1-0. So now we have here for Karma, NL Slayer versus Paleo for X. Paleo's got Flying with Thunderous, and NL Slayer has not generic Dragon, I'm sorry. There's a Komomo on Dragon. So, Slayer leads off with Garchomp, as Paleo leads off with Lando. It's Mega Garchomp. Lando's going to go for the U-turn here. Into Gliscor we go, as Garchomp goes for the Rocks. Gliscor's going to come out. Slayer's going to go out into his Goodra, as Gliscor goes for the Earthquake. Does about 34%. Paleo's not going to stay in to risk an Ice Beam of sorts. So Goodra's going to go for the Ice Beam. Yep, as predicted. Does 39% of the Zapdos. Zapdos is going to probably roost all this thing to death. But Goodra has the Dragon Tail on deck, so that's good for him. So now Skarmory comes out. Does he want to take a Fire Blast? Did this thing have Fire Blast? Goodra goes for the Dragon Tail again, tailing him out back into Zapdos. So now he's going to switch out into Garchomp again as Zapdos goes for the Roostinators. Paleo's going to switch out into Gliscor as Garchomp goes for the Edge. Misses, but it wouldn't really do too much to Gliscor. Gliscor goes for the EQ as Garchomp goes for the Dragon Claw. Does 44%, which is actually a lot more than I thought. But, you know, Mega Garchomp don't play. So into Dragonite we go, as Gliscor goes for the Roost, and NL Slayer's like, I've just had enough of your shit, I'm done. As Gliscor goes for the Taunt there, Dragonite is here. Into Skarmory we go. Goes for the Fire Punch, alright, does 45% to the Skarmory. Does he get the roll? Paleo's gonna switch out into Lando, obviously, weakening that thing. If he was a Dawn, he would have Dragon Danced there. He goes for the Fire Punch, as Lando goes for the U-turn to break the Dragonite's multi-scale. So into Mantine we go. As Dragonite goes for a Fire Punch again. Is there going to be a Defog going on here? Nope, another Dragon Dance is going to come out. As Mantine goes for the Haze, so King plays. Dragonite goes for the Dragon Dance here. As Mantine finally gets the Defog off, which is good. As now Dragonite goes for the Outrage, does 79% to the Mantine. So now he's got a nice Skarmory here to wall. Or so he thought, because he got crit. So now this Dragonite is just going to run train on Paleo's team. But that's Scarf Lando. And boom, Outrage is going to come out. Lumberry is able to snap him out of confusion. So we're going to have more Outrage fun here. It's not going to kill the Zapdos. It's going to do a fuck ton though. Boom. So now Paleo's team is just broken in half. And I think Ice Beam is just going to finish off the game. Into Gliscor we go. And it's an Ice Beam Latios with a Kyurem sitting right there. Yeah, Paleo couldn't do anything. Ice Beam Latios, crit on Skarmory. Like, what are you gonna do? He's gonna sub. Nice PP stall. That's a Scarf Latios. So to no avail, Paleo. And Slayer's able to take it 5-0. So now the score is 1-1. So now we'll move on to the next battle. So here we have Ein versus Shady. Our local resident school shooter is back on Azure and ready to wreak some havoc. So he's gonna be talking a little bit loud, you know. We can We can take a drink every time he starts talking loud. But anyways, Ain's got Wobbuffet Psychic, and Shady's got just generic Steel. Ain leads off with Victini, and Ferrothorn comes out. Ain's going to switch out into Lottie here as Pharaoh goes for the Protect. Pharaoh's going to go for the Protect again as Lottie goes for the Psyshock. It's not going to do too much. He goes for the Psyshock again as Pharaoh goes for the Leech Seed here. You know, try to get some health back. Ain's going to switch out into Jirachi. He's going to end up Spike here. Young Spikes. Jirachi gets the Rocks up. Pharaoh gets the Leeches up here. Should he double Leech Seed here? Into Latios we go again as Pharaoh goes for the Leeches. Draining this thing a little bit. Pharaoh goes for the Protect. It's his best play as Lottie goes for the Roost. As the Leeches is still... This Ferrothorn literally hasn't done shit yet. Like, hasn't moved from its spot. Shady finally moves the Ferrothorn, and into Celesteela we go. And Shady's going to go out into Heatran here, which is on a balloon. And Ain makes the smart play and just goes straight for the U-turn. Into Wobbuffet we go, which is good to knock out the Resist. And Shady's fine with that, toxicking the Wobbuffet to keep the Heatran alive and not dying to Mirror Coat. Yeah, he's fine with just continuing to toxic, even though the Zam is like mega. So into Celesteela we go as Zammer goes for the Focus Blast, does nothing. That just screams a V. So into Lottie we go as Celesteela goes for the Flamethrower. Shady's gonna switch out into Magearna the God as Lottie goes for the Defog here. Defog away those young spikes. Into Victini we go as Magearna goes for the Trick Room, and Shady's gonna go out into his Heatran as Victini goes for the V Create. And now Ain's gonna switch out into Lottie as Lava Plume is gonna do that much to Lottie. And Heatran's gonna get off the Toxic, but the Lottie's gonna roost off a little bit of turns of the Trick Room. Heatran's just gonna continuously Lava Plume. Latios goes for the Psyshock, but the thing is, Shady is misplaying here because he can whittle. Because now Ain can whittle it down with one Bolt Strike, and then your one Fire Resist is gone. So, but Ain doesn't stay in the whittle the Heatran for some reason, so he wants to get the rocks up, I guess. And down goes the Jirachi to the Flash Fire Heatran. So now into Zammer we go, as Shady's gonna go back out into Magearna. Alakazam's gonna go for the Focus Blast, miss unfortunately. Ain's gonna go back out into Wobbuffet here. Mad goes for the Trick Room again. Wobbuffet goes for the Destiny Bond, and goodbye Lord and Savior Magearna. Boom. Goodbye Magearna. And now into Scizor we go, as Victini comes out. So now somebody, he should sack something. Oh yeah, but it's under the Trick Room, so he had a free U-turn. So into Heatran again we go, as Victini goes for the V-Crate, not even predicting the Bolt Strike or something like that. Earth Power comes out. Into Mew we go. Oh, so Ain's gonna win with Double Dance Mew. So Toxic comes out, but I think he should have just waited until the Trick Room ended so he could have knocked out the Heatran and not have been Toxic. So now Genesis Supernova is gonna come out, obliterate the Heatran off the face of the earth. And that's not Scarf Excadrill. He could have just gone on the Scarf Excadrill, but no, he's just gonna sit here and Protect Stall with this Ferrothorn. This Ferrothorn like walls the rest of his team. He even missed the Focus Blast there. So that's really unfortunate. So he couldn't even have killed the Ferrothorn. And Ain's just gonna click X. And yep, lots of green. That's green, blah blah blah. So much loud. Anyways, so now the score is 2-1 Karma, so like X is just like, what the fuck is happening? Fucking hacks. So now we've got double switches versus iFlying here. Double switches has the nice juicy, the juicy formulaic fairy team. So yep, he's gonna lead off with Mon number 1, obviously Clefable. And then into Zapdos we go for iFlying. He's gonna get up Young Rocks. And double switch is gonna switch out into Bulu here on the Defog, and now something is taking a Stone Edge to the Dome, I'm assuming. Yep, Skarmory takes 51, but that's a crit. So double switch is gonna go out into Clefable again. Skarm's gonna go for the Roost here. Flying's gonna switch out back into Zapdos as Clef gets the rocks up. He's gonna switch out now into Bulu again. Defog. Oh, I don't like the way this is going. It's getting boring. Skarmory comes out, Stone Edge. It's like hard for me to do this commentary because I have to like comment so many videos since I missed them. So I got plenty more to record after this. That's why it's boring. So let's skip around for some juicy action here. Let's just skip around for some juicy action. Yep, taunt, Coco, blah blah blah, da, 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 da. Where does the winning happen? Where does the winning happen? Yeah, I'm not. Okay, Coco's gonna start to chip away. Rocks are doing that's flying. Alright, here we go. Magirna is all set and ready to hellbutt for destruction. There it is. There it is. Shift gear, calm mind. It has flash cannon. Boom, soul heart boost. Lando T comes out, flash cannon, obliterate. Charizard. Boom, thunderbolt. Goodbye. So shift gear, calm mind. Magirna was able to do the job for double switches. So now the score is 2-2. So our final match here we have is Yaksock versus A-Groove. And Yaksock is running this NJNP bullshit. Without Mega Lopunny, this is still before Mega Lopunny meta. And A-Groove's running this non-Zapdos bullshit. So they're both running bullshit. So we'll see how this pans out. But A-Groove has the matchup actually. He actually has the matchup with Coco. Like he has the matchup. So into Coco we go. And Coco goes for the taunt and like it's that's over. It's over there. A-Groove can't lose, can he? He's gonna switch out into Ditto here. Good play by A-Groove to Ditto the Rotom. So into Manectric we go. Look at my man A-Groove just like stunting on him right here. Like into Raptor we go. He doesn't need this Raptor. Like goes for the HP Ice and just obliterates him. When have you seen an HP Ice from a Manectric kill anything besides Lando T or Garchomp? But this is, I guess, the thing is now he got the sticky web up. So A-Groove's gonna Volt Switch. Goodbye Smeargle. So nothing is spored. I mean nothing could have been spored. So in Thundurus we go. And Ditto's gonna find out that it's physical. And it's physical Z. It's gonna knock off the Choice Scarf of this thing. Go for another knockoff. Get the crit. Get a crit too. Crit right back. So A-Groove doesn't want to risk the speed tie. So into Mega Gucci main we go. As he goes for the knockoff. Gets another crit. He's going to switch out now into Meloetta. As he just goes straight for the HP Ice. Meloetta goes to the Hyper Voice, knocking out the Manectric. So now into Thundurus we go. As Yaksock goes out into Diggersby. Knocks off this thing's band. Which is actually a little annoying. Because now he can switch up between Quick Attack and Return. And he's going to be able to wipe out this Rotom. Oh, but he decides not to. As Rotom goes for the Hydro Pump. I guess he was fearing Scarf, because, you know, this team is bullshit. And lo and behold, it is Scarf Rotom. So, Meloetta is able to take it out. So back into Thundy we go. As Thundy goes for the Z move, the nice juicy Supersonic Sky Strike, able to obliterate the Meloetta. So now we got Diggersby here, right? Diggersby last Mon situation. It's not looking good for Yaksock. So A-Groove should just switch out and sack, like, sack something, I don't know. He's gonna sack. I don't think Coco was the play to sack. He goes for the quick attack here. Diggersby's gonna switch out because I think Coco's still faster. As Coco goes for the Gleam here. And he goes back out into Diggersby. As he goes for the Volt Switch. I don't know why he would go for the Volt Switch on the Pori. I guess Z Conversion was a threat. But then Magnezone shouldn't be able to be knocked out, right? Dazzling Gleam comes out on the Diggersby, and down goes your one form of speed control for the Porygon Z. So into Raichu we go, right? He's going to go for the quick attack, do 62%. Go for the Psychic. So now the terrain is gone, so now Porygon Z is here. He's going to go for the conversion, Z conversion, right? And it turns out to be Ghost. Goes for the Psychic, does 49%. And he goes for the Shadow Ball here, like, and I think it's over because this is trapping Magnezone, and he's gonna die to the +1 adaptability. So I remember watching this battle, and I know the group choked, and he had priority T-Wave. That's hilarious. But like, I think the moment like was something around here when he let this thing die. He could have just sacked the Thundurus, I think, or even sack the Magnezone to get the Raichu back in and then have the speed control once again. Because he always needed to be like faster, or at least have Coco, Thundurus, or Raichu to deal with the hit. He shouldn't have, like, I don't know. Because the thing is with Raichu, Raichu without the the terrain is slower than the Porygon Z. So at that point, if the Raichu was faster, he would have been able to knock out the Porygon Z, and his Psychic would have done a little bit more than 49%, probably about 75, 74%. Or no, it wouldn't have. Well, yeah, it would have, because of this. The Porygon here got a Spadef boost. So that's a shame for Karma. They could have won that one, but X manages to pull it off 3-2. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next ULC video. Peace.